Hey, it's Mimi from Hey Mimi DIY, and in this video I want to show you different ways I've come up with to put your signature on your handcrafted cards. I've come up with several different ways. Some are stamping, some are using your laser printer. You can use the sketch feature on your Silhouette Cameo or rubber stamp it. So let me show you some of the different ways I found to do it. This is the Silhouette Cameo. This is the pre-inked rubber stamp, which I like because after you make the card, this one, if I had done it like a portrait orientation, then I could stamp it like this after the card is done. Let me show you how this one works. This is actually my favorite, is the pre-ink stamp. I got this done at Office Depot. You can go to Staples or I don't know where else. They did this while I waited, and it was only 20 bucks. It's just a little under 1 inch by about 2.5 inches. And it's a pre-inked rubber stamp. You're just going to take your design on a flash drive or a SD card, take it over to Kinko's, Staples, or Office Depot, and they will do it same day. So I just laid that out in Photoshop. So this is my favorite because it's the most immediate. It's only $20 and it's just really super versatile. Okay, the other way is you can use an old school stamp, and you can just stamp that on your card base. The only thing I don't like about it is that I never get a dark enough, I can never find a black enough ink to stamp with, and I'm not very good at stamping, and I would say 50% of the time I mess it up. But then you can just write in your own name, and that's kind of neat. This one's made by Hero Arts, and these two are by Inkadinkadoo, and you know, they're just at a craft store for maybe $5. So that's an option. You can also get a custom stamp made, and this is probably $15. This was back when I was making jewelry. I can't get it to stamp anymore to show you because it's so old. This doesn't cost much. You just got to be willing to wait a week or two for it to arrive, and that's less than $20. The other option is another really good one, and that is to do it on your Silhouette Cameo or whatever electronic die cutter you use, and you can just use these little sketch pens. And that would be this option. Once again, you're just going to use an 8.5 by 11 piece of really good cardstock, and then just set up your design in Silhouette Studio software or whatever software you use. Use whatever font you like. Lay out a small design and put it at the end of one of the cards. This would be the same orientation. This is this orientation. So you're going to make it on the card base. You make your card front on whatever color you want, and then you're going to attach it to the card base. So you would just put 2 to 1 sheet, and then you can either have the Silhouette Cameo cut it, or you can use your little paper cutter and just cut it right at 5.5, and then score it at 4.25. You can either use a sketch font. This isn't a sketch font. This one's called Archer font, and I did buy that for like $2 or something like that. But I think that's really cute. It has several options of different arrows. It's called Archer font. This is a sketch one called Scotch Tape. You can use any font, but it's going to come out like this, like an outline, unless you buy a sketch font. This is Rainy Day, Cricut, Scotch Tape. Archer font is like this, and I don't think it looks bad. It is an outline font. It did come out as an outline font, but I think it looks okay. So you'll just print that up, and I just take them out and then cut them in half, and I just keep it like this until I need the card, and then I'll score it. The good thing about doing it with your sketch pen is that you can do it in different colors, and you can even do it on black. I like the brown on the cream, and then I almost always use the black. And you can buy a whole set of these. I think this was 20 bucks for a set of all these pens. And it's, if you know, it's not the most economical way, but it's the easiest way. So this was about $19.99, plus if you get it with a coupon, then, you know, about 10 bucks. And I just use the black all the time. This set comes with 2 blacks. You can get a small set for about $6, and then any of the glitter pens do show up on black. So this is the black glitter pen. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me show you one of those. Okay, this is the black glitter pen. So it's kind of subtle, but it's kind of neat like that, I think. The white, I'm not crazy about the white on that. For $6.99, you can buy the pen holder to go in your Silhouette Cameo, and that works great. You got to read the directions how it works, but it'll hold pretty much anything. And gel pens work great. Pencils, pens, markers, anything will fit in this, and that works great too. So you don't have to use these, and they're not that expensive. I just lay the cardstock on the carrier sheet, run it through, have it draw it, and then I cut it myself afterwards. Let's see. And then finally, the last option that I would suggest is the laser or inkjet printer. I use a laser printer, and once again, I just lay it out. I print it up on cardstock, and it's best if you have a printer that you can open up the sides. It has an option to just kind of send it straight through, because with a really heavy cardstock, if it has to curl around when it prints out, it might get jammed. So you may not even know that your printer has the option to open up a different feed so that it goes straight through. So that's your best bet. I laid this out on in Photoshop, but you could do it in Word or Photoshop Elements, CorelDRAW, anything. You're just gonna either bring in a graphic or just write it out yourself and add a few little design elements, and then you're just gonna put that at the bottom. And then let me show you how you do this. Then this will make 2 cards. You're just gonna cut it at 5.5, and then you'll have two perfectly aligned cards. 5.5 is half of 11. So you'll cut that, and it's ready to go. Make sure you use a good heavy cardstock, 110 to 120 pound. And the 110 pound, don't use the stuff from Staples. It says 110 pound, but it's not. So here you go, and then you're just gonna score it at, this says A2 size, 4 1/4, which is half of 8.5. And there you go. Now you're ready to add your card front on there. Okay, so that is my roundup of different ways to get your signature on the back. You can also just simply take a pen and sign it yourself in any way you want. I don't think anybody would mind that a bit. They might find it charming because it is a handmade card, and so people like that, getting a signed copy of a tiny piece of your own art. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have a better way of doing this. Don't forget to subscribe to HeyMimi.com or HeyMimiDIY. My blog is HeyMimi.com. When they're ready, I'll be adding links to videos here on how to lay out your signature to sketch on the Silhouette Cameo, print out on your printer, or take to Staples to make a custom stamp. So look for those links here or subscribe to my channel for notification. Thanks for watching.